that ABC News exclusive. Sarah Palin taking on comedian Sacha Baron Cohen. She claims that Cohen pretended to be a disabled veteran to dupe her into an interview for his upcoming series on Showtime. But now the comedian appears to dispute her version of events. Sarah Palin, you see her there standing by live from her home in Alaska. Cannot wait to speak with her. But first, ABC's Whit Johnson is here to bring us up to speed. Good morning, Whit.
Robin, good morning to you. Sarah Palin is not the only one wrapped up in this prank storm. This morning, Roy Moore, a former Senate candidate from Alabama, is threatening legal action against Sacha Baron Cohen. Dick Cheney, Ted Koppel, the list goes on, with some calling for a boycott of the upcoming show.
You know, they say the difference between a hockey mom and a pit bull? Lipstick.
This morning, former Alaska governor and VP candidate Sarah Palin locked in an escalating war of words with one of comedy's biggest names.
May US and they kill every single terrorist.
Palin publicly blasting Sacha Baron Cohen, the man behind outrageous and often controversial characters like Borat and Ali G.
Do you think man will ever walk on the sun?
No.
Claiming the prankster duped her for his upcoming show, Who is America, on Showtime. Palin saying she walked out of the interview last November with a man she believes was Cohen, heavily disguised as a disabled U.S. veteran. On Thursday, Cohen retweeting this post from an account with the name Billy Wayne Ruddick Jr., Ph.D., which entertainment insiders believe is the name of Cohen's character on the upcoming show. The post reading, "I did not say I was a war vet. I was in the service, not military, but United Parcel." Palin has long been a staunch supporter of the military. Her son Trax served in the Army, and her 2008 running mate, Senator John McCain, was a prisoner of war. In a new post on Facebook overnight, Palin calling Ruddick's tweet another list of unfunny lies, which she says is a pathetic attempt to punk not just my daughter and me again, but now the public. Thank God people are wise to Hollywood's BS and said enough.
The series Who is America is set to premiere this Sunday. ABC News has made multiple attempts to get an official response from Sacha Baron Cohen and Showtime, but so far, no comment. Robin?
Okay, Whit, thank you. Now, former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin is good enough to join us now live from her home there in Wasilla, Alaska. Governor Palin, thank you very much. Always look forward to spending a little time with you and appreciate you getting up so early to be with us. Okay, let's get right to it. All righty. All righty. Much appreciation. I have to say this, much appreciation for how you've always spoken out on behalf of veterans. What led you to believe that you were going to talk about that with the person that was going to interview you?
Well, it was proposed to me as a legitimate interview to speak about veterans issues in our military and current events to a new audience. It was supposed to be this big-time Showtime documentary, and it was passed on to me by a speakers bureau, which, you know, I would assume had done some vetting. You know, this quote-unquote comedian is obviously very good at lying, at duping people, because look at the long list now since I've come out and described my experience. All these other guys, all these men coming out now saying, oh yeah, me too.
So what was the moment in the interview when you said, oh, wait a minute, this isn't right here, and you got up and you walked out? What was that? What led up to that moment?
Yeah, he started showing me these graphs and statistics that had like typos in them and just didn't quite look right. And part of this propaganda, this data that he was showing me, had something to do with sex changes and transgenderism. And then he brought up Chelsea Clinton and said that she was a recipient of a government-funded sex change, and you know, it just got worse and worse and worse as the minutes went on in this bizarre, really embarrassing, humiliating interview that you know, it mocked middle-class Americans, it mocked our values, it mocked the disabled, and it just got worse and worse. And you know, it was occurring to me, whatever this show is, whatever this interview really is all about humiliation and devaluing middle-class Americans whom I represent. So yeah, I said enough was enough, and I took off my mic and I walked out. And since then, Nobody returns my calls. They had given us fake names as to producers and anybody involved in the show. So nobody's taken me up on my offer for them to donate the proceeds from this show to veterans organizations that truly support and respect our vets.
I know you've asked for them to do that and no response. And we asked Showtime to show us a clip because there are claims that he is saying that he did not portray himself as a disabled veteran. And we asked for a clip so we could see it, and they refused to give us one. So how do you respond for them saying that he was not indeed acting as a injured veteran?
Well, this actor, this comedian, whomever he is, he's a proven liar, so I don't, nobody can believe a word he's saying now as to his rebuttal. But the tweet or the letter that he had posted yesterday, his explanation as to who he really is, the very first line in that gave it away, that even the letter to the public explaining himself is a parody. It said, he wasn't able to join the military because he had bone spurs in his testes. I mean, you read a line like that and man, this guy, he just doesn't quit.
Yeah.
He just, he thinks this kind of stuff is funny. And mocking the disabled and mocking and belittling our vets with his portrayal. In my book, it's not funny.
In many books, Sarah, it's not funny. It definitely crossed the line there. And many do share your outrage. Don't get me wrong. Many share your outrage, but there have been people saying, aren't you playing into what they want? Because many people didn't even realize the show was happening, and now this is bringing more attention to it. Are you concerned about that?
That's a good point. But see, CBS and Showtime, they're going to be pimping this thing hard. So people are going to hear about it anyway. So for me to get out there and let people know what's coming, I think is important. And if people tune into the show, then they're going to see how middle-class Americans are mocked and our values are mocked. This comedian, too, he mocks gays. He mocks Jews. He does these other episodes where the intent is to humiliate. It's to parody something that is important to an individual or an entity or a group of people. And again, if people do decide to tune in, they're going to hear about it anyway. If they tune in, well, the ill-gotten gains by CBS and Showtime, those, I say, need to be donated to people who deserve the gains.
Yeah, and other people are calling for not to watch it all and to boycott it. But moving forward, what's next for you? Do you have any political aspirations? What does Sarah Palin want to do next?
I am very thankful that I have a platform now, still, proof that you don't need an office and a title to get out there and make a difference and stand up for what you really believe in and what you believe is going to help this country. Appreciate the position I'm in now, but certainly always ready to go through an open door that perhaps is in my future to get out there and serve the public. I would love to.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate your willingness always to come on the air and to share your perspective and your views. And I can't believe that Piper is 17. When I was at your home there in 2010, she was like a little one running around in the backyard, and now she's here 17 years old. I know she was with you when you went and did the interview. Give her my best and all your family.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Piper, remember, she was one who helped you put your snow machine helmet on as you went snow machining with Todd around the lake. So, yeah, we have good memories of you being up here, Robin.
I do, too. My best to you and your family. But in all sincerity, many share your outrage. Always appreciate you being outspoken and appreciate you sharing your views here on Good Morning America.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.